Hey, welcome back to Happy Place Diaries. I'm Teresa.
And I'm Jerry. And we just want to say thank you for all the newcomers that have recently joined us.
Hey, we would really like you to share it with all your friends. We'd appreciate it.
And yes, we did call ahead. Anyway, in this video, we are going to talk about five things that we consider when we're picking a campground. So meet us right on the other side here and we'll start talking about it.
All right, so one of the first things that we look at is the...
Now, hold on a second. Before you get all jumpy here, I went ahead and got a consultant to give us what the real five things are.
What?
Yes. So, Magic 8 Ball. What is the first thing that we consider when we are looking at a campground? It is?
Destination.
This bit's not going well. Anyway, yeah, it's the destination.
Is that not what I'm supposed to say?
Yeah, we're good. So yes, it's why are we going there?
Yeah, exactly.
What is it that's at that place that makes us want to drive 3 to 4 hours to get there? What are we going to do when we get there? Is it like when we go to the beach where pretty much we're just going to relax?
Right.
Or is it like when we took the big long trip
There's lots
where
of attractions.
every campground lends itself to everything that there's to see in Kansas City or Branson or Nashville or whatever. Right. So yeah, destination is definitely, it has to be the first consideration. Magic 8 Ball. What is the second consideration that we look into?
What's it say?
It says, is it big rig and dog friendly?
What?
Yeah, so because we have a 41-foot fifth wheel, we need to make sure that we can actually get in
Right.
to the park and not just squeeze in, although we have.
Yes, we have.
We always look for somewhere that we're going to fit. And then because we travel with the dogs 100% of the time.
Right, we need to make sure that it's pet friendly. If they have a dog park, if they allow the dog fence to be put up, because some of them don't, and you need to ask about that.
And there's some parks that will not allow you to leave your dogs in the rig when you're away.
Unattended, yes.
Unattended. Now, and I'm not saying outside, because we would never do that. But we have been at places where we wanted to go out and explore. Can't take the dogs with us.
But we've left them in the rig.
But we've left them in the rig with the AC or the heat on, whatever the case may be. But there are some parks that will not allow you to leave your dogs.
Yeah, they'll ask you to leave.
Yeah. So big rig, and one last thing on big rig friendly. What kind of sites do they have? Are they pull-through sites or are they back-in sites? And if they're back-in sites, are they 45-degree angle sites or 90-degree angle sites?
Right.
What are the trees like? So that's definitely something that we have to consider when we're looking at a campground. Okay, without hesitation, number 3.
Oh, that's a big money sign. How much it costs to go.
That's right. How much does it cost to stay at these places?
You got to ask for nightly, or if you're going to stay weekly, or even monthly. We've
Yep.
never done monthly, but we have done weekly and gotten a good discount.
Really
on
good
it.
discounts. And speaking of discounts, do they give military discounts? Do they give Good Sam discounts? Do they give Passport America or whatever the case may be? What is the cost? And we're also members of Harvest Toast, the most expensive free camping that you can get. Now, having said that, we wouldn't trade it because we've had absolute fantastic
We love Harvest
experiences with the Harvest Toast. And so what if you got to buy a dozen eggs or a bottle of wine or have a meal? You know, that's the cost of seeing some of those great destinations.
Right.
So we don't mind paying that membership, especially for what we get out of it. And we've got to stay at some really, really cool places with that. But cost is a huge factor, especially nowadays where we're counting every penny, you know, between fuel cost, campground cost, and, you know, just the cost of food and everything else.
Yeah, food and gas.
All right, number 4 is... Come on.
Amenities.
Amenities. What do you get for your buck?
Right.
Now that we've just talked about cost.
Right. Do they have a pool? Do they have like trails? Do they have washer and dryer?
Yeah, dog runs.
Dog runs. What would
a camp store might be something that we're looking for, especially if we're passing through and we need things.
Right.
Yeah, so amenities is it's not a determining factor for us, but it's definitely a factor.
Right, because there's sometimes that we need Wi-Fi. Sometimes it's nice at the KOAs. They have like free breakfast or a breakfast on Sunday morning, or the one had ice cream.
Yeah, so the KOA down in Redmond, they did pancake breakfast every weekend morning.
Right.
And they did an ice cream social
Friday
and Saturday night. And they had a heated pool.
Right. And some of them have had little mini golf courses.
Yeah.
They've had horseshoes.
Yeah, there's a lot of, I mean, even some of the state parks now are starting to build up their list of amenities.
Right.
Even hiking trails, biking trails, water access.
Right.
I consider all those amenities. Okay, our 5th and final one, which I think might be a first consideration, or at least a second consideration. But let's see if the Magic 8 Ball agrees.
Let's see, Jared, what's it say?
Let me know if the 8 Ball thing worked for you. Oh, it is the vibe of the campground. And what I mean by that is, what does a campground look like? Is it a place that you drive in and go, nope? And we've done that. We did that in Illinois. Last year, Indiana. It was actually in Indiana. Last year, and we drove in and we're like, no, we're not staying here. We lost the money. But there was no way that we were going to stay there. And the lesson learned was,
we need to use Google before we get there if we've never been there.
Yeah, get on Google Earth, do a shot of the campground, take a look at it. You can see what the trees are like. You can see what the sites are like.
The streets.
You can see what the other rigs in the park are like.
Yeah.
Because generally, if it's caught on Google Earth, they've been there for a while. And yeah, the streets coming in and out of the campground.
Right.
So far as access, you know, getting in and out, and again, when you got a big rig, you got to, you know, what are those turns going to look like?
Right.
Coming in. So it's nice because with Google Earth, you could do the street view, you could do the overhead view.
Yeah, it's helped us a lot.
Yeah. So the vibe is definitely something. Go to the website. You don't always get the truth, you know, because they clean everything up for the pictures, I guess.
Yes.
Or they only take pictures of the view that they want you to see. And then, you know, everything behind the picture is trash. So
yeah, definitely look at the website and then go to Google Earth.
Yeah. So we hope that the 8 Ball and our 5 little considerations when looking for a campsite or a campground helped you out in any kind of way. I know this has been an 8-year process for us.
Yep. And
we keep learning. In fact, this morning we're in the process of planning a trip for next month. And that's exactly what we did. We got on the websites, we got on Google Earth, and it started looking at the places that we're going to go. Found a really neat harvest toast. You're going to have to stick around for that one. But I can't wait to be there.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right. Thanks for coming along. Again, we appreciate each and every one of you. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, ring that little bell.
And we'll see you next time.
Yes, we will.